I turned to look at the bedside, only to find Liam Johnson missing. Tiptoeing outside, I spotted Liam Johnson's hunched figure hidden in the haystack outside Ethan White's window. The deliberately suppressed sounds of passion from Ethan and Sophia Miller drifted through the air as Liam Johnson groaned with repressed desire, his tinted trousers betraying his vile intentions. The way he practically vibrated with anticipation made my stomach churn. The candlelight in the window had barely dimmed when Sophia Miller crept out to join Liam Johnson in the haystack. "Lee, I've been dying for you," she purred, their bodies already moving together. Why bother with final words for a dead man walking? Liam Johnson's hands wandered greedily as he whispered, "Just making sure our plan's airtight. Wouldn't want my precious Sophie getting hurt tomorrow." "Relax." Sophia Miller breathed between kisses. "I've rigged the landmine site. That White family idiot will be blown to smithereens when he steps on it. After the accident, I'll play the grieving widow and pin everything on him. Yvonne White will hand over that college admission like a good little sister." The haystack shook violently as they celebrated their scheme, oblivious to how Ethan White had lost his hearing saving them from that sweatshop last winter. Our family's kindness had sheltered venomous snakes indeed. Wiping hot tears, I slipped through the back entrance. This time, I'd save my brother. "Ethan, you can't go to the minefield tomorrow. This is all Liam Johnson and Sophia Miller's doing." "Vivi, did you have nightmares again?" Ethan White's calloused hand gently wiped my tears, his eyes overflowing with brotherly concern. The memory of his mutilated corpse from my previous life flashed before me, my heart twisting like wet laundry. Noticing my distress, Ethan White followed my gaze to the shuddering haystack. Moving with a soldier's stealth, he circled around to investigate. The traitorous lovers remained oblivious in their lustful scheming. After pulling Ethan White back inside, I poured out the terrible truth. "They murdered you last lifetime. Framed you posthumously. Sophia used your death benefits to attend college with that scum Liam Johnson." Instead of anger, Ethan White's eyes brimmed with remorse. "This is my fault for bringing wolves into our home. My poor Vivi suffered so much alone." He saw through my edited version, recognizing the pains I'd tried to hide. His compassion shattered my composure, hot tears soaking his work shirt. "Don't worry," Ethan White vowed, tucking me into bed. "Those traitors will pay." For the first time since Rebirth, I slept deeply. Dawn shattered our fragile peace. The military's casualty notification came anyway. How could this happen? Sophia Miller's Oscar-worthy performance had already begun, clutching Ethan White's uniform jacket while neighbors clucked sympathetically. "Our baby will never know his father. What will become of us?" "Poor Yvonne White," tooted the crowd. "First loses her brother. Now her sister-in-law's paralyzed? How will she manage?" Their whispers died as I approached. My world tilted. Despite our precautions, history repeated this time without even a body to bury. Darkness swallowed me as I collapsed. "Yvonne, don't despair." Liam Johnson materialized at my bedside. The concerned lover act perfected through lifetimes. Though Ethan White's recklessness left me crippled. "I'll take care of you." "Such a shame about your college spot though." Bile rose in my throat. Last lifetime, I'd surrendered my future to help this parasite. Became a domestic slave to him and his leeching parents. Starving myself to feed their gluttony. Drained until even suicide seemed preferable to another day of their abuse. Forcing calm, I met his crocodile tears. "Thank you, Liam. I'm sure Sophia Miller will nurse you, devotedly. Let the venomous couple destroy each other this time. My war had just begun. Don't worry. Once I finish my studies, I'll definitely repay you and Sophia properly." The moment these words fell, Sophie Miller, who had been eavesdropping outside, immediately barged in, her pretty face twisted with fury. "Over my dead body. How can a pregnant woman like me take care of a cripple?" I looked at Liam Johnson, whose face turned ashen, his clenched fists resting on his paralyzed legs with bulging veins. Sophia Miller quickly interjected, "I'm carrying the only bloodline of the White family." Two figures emerged behind her, immediately taking her side. Sophia's carrying Ethan's child. Yvonne. Have you no shame? The old hag screeched. You slut just want to leave now that my son's crippled. My nails dug into my palms as I stared at these despicable in-laws. They dared pin their bastard grandchild on my brother Ethan's memory. Swallowing my rage, I feigned compliance. College will help me earn more to support Liam and Sophia. How could you think so poorly of me? The toothless old man chuckled. No need to worry about money. We won't let you starve. His benevolent act would fool strangers. But I remembered how these parasites had leached off me in my previous life while I was bedridden. As the family celebrated their perceived victory, I secretly liquidated all household assets. Returning home days later, I found chaos: drawers overturned, furniture upended. Where did that bitch Yvonne hide the heirloom? Sophia's shrill voice carried through the house. Relax. It's here somewhere. She's too exhausted from work to move it. Her accomplice assured. That jade pendant's worth a fortune. We'll live like royalty. My fingers brushed the lump stitched inside my coat lining as icy determination settled in my chest. Pretending ignorance, I pushed the door open. You're home early, Vivi. The sudden silence broke as Sophia trailed me to the kitchen. Hurry up. The baby needs nutrition. She wrinkled her nose. You stink worse than your dead brother. Red haze clouded my vision. You filthy runaway from the brick kills dare insult Ethan? We crashed to the floor, our screams summoning the in-laws and Liam, who miraculously recovered enough to wheel himself over. Apologize to Sophia. Liam roared. After everything we've done for you. My body trembled with suppressed fury. Done for me? Ethan went deaf saving you. My parents were murdered. I lost my child and fertility. What more do you want? Sophia clutched her belly dramatically. I'm just hormonal. Why are you being so cruel? Her crocodile tears mirrored the family's collective hypocrisy, vampires masquerading as saints, gorging on my family's sacrifices while sanctimoniously judging their prey. Maybe I should just take the baby with me to see Ethan. Staying here makes everyone hate me. Hearing his grandson mentioned, my domineering father-in-law flew into a rage. He whipped off his belt and lashed it across my face, the sharp crack leaving an angry red mark. Don't be upset. I'll teach this bitch a lesson for you. I bit my lip to contain my fury, nails digging bloody crescents into my palms. I'm sorry, Sophie. I just got too excited thinking about Ethan. Here. Take our family heirloom jade pendant as an apology. Please don't do anything rash. Sophia Miller immediately quieted down at this. The in-laws beam. That's more like it. Even if not for the adults. Think of the child. After all, it's your brother's only bloodline. As his aunt, you should care more. The entire Johnson family stared greedily at the pendant, oblivious to the volcanic hatred in my eyes. The next day, Sophia flaunted the pendant near me, smugness oozing from every pore. You're healthy enough working in the fields all day. As a pregnant woman, I need proper nutrition. Vivi, I'm sure you don't mind giving your food rations to nourish your nephew. She rifled through my cabinet, covetous eyes landing on the sealed tin of malted milk powder, a gift from my uncle overseas after my miscarriage. Something I'd been saving. My laughter rang sharp as I slammed the cabinet shut. That expired 2 years ago. I keep it for sentimental value. If sister-in-law needs supplements, I've got powdered milk from mother-in-law's hometown. The matriarch paled, rushing to intervene. That was my special gift to you. You can't just give it away. Special gift indeed, powdered milk laced with livestock antibiotics. How thoughtful. Sophia rolled her eyes, hips swaying as she prepared a cup. Watching her smugness and the matriarch's nervous sweat, I turned to Liam Johnson reading in his wheelchair. New schemes crystallizing. Liam, why didn't you tell me your pants were torn? Let me fix that. My silver needle flashed, accidentally stitching fabric to flesh. He gritted his teeth through the pain, insisting I rest while I pulled the thread taut, sewing his skin shut. His neck veins bulged as I smiled sweetly, then monitored Sophia and the matriarch gulping their poisoned milk before excusing myself. I can't take it. Yvonne must know our plans. If we don't act soon, I'll really become crippled. We've got the pendant. What use is she now? Let's send the bitch to reunite with her precious Ethan in hell. Listening outside, my resolve hardened. They'd swallow their own poison. That night while gathering herbs, I spotted lovers in the cornfield, Sophia's scarlet dress unmistakable. Liam's such a useless cripple. Setting off that landmine ruined his manhood. Disgusting. Is your emigration date set? When this baby comes, just protect our child. I'll handle the rest. Smiling, I bribed a child with candy to spread rumors, ensuring their capture before returning to bed. Anticipating Liam's fury tomorrow warmed my heart. I awoke bound hand and foot, confronted by a nightmare from the past, the brick kiln enforcer who should be jailed. Surprised? Yvonne? First job after prison break is sending you off. Our bond runs deep. His boning knife glinted as I trembled. Survival instinct screaming for escape. You killed me and it wouldn't do you any good. But if you let me go, I'll give you a huge sum of money. The man laughed even harder at my words, his gaze filled with madness and mockery. Liam Johnson already paid. Save your words for when you meet your family in the underworld. The boning knife sliced through the air before me. I instinctively closed my eyes. But my heart burned with resentment. I'd prepared thoroughly this time. Yet Liam's insanity still surpassed my expectations. He actually chose to cooperate with the thugs who'd previously bullied him to have me killed. That lunatic. To think even after being reborn, I'd still meet this fate. How infuriating. As I braced for death, the expected pain never came. Instead, I heard the man's agonized screams. Blinking open my eyes, I met my brother Ethan White's concerned gaze. I'm sorry, Vivi. I came too late. His hands trembled violently as he untied the ropes binding me. The would-be killer Ethan had kicked away was now being restrained by heavily armed officers. His earlier arrogance completely gone. Liam hired me. I want to testify against him. All criminals will face justice, the officer stated coldly. Relief flooded me as I asked Ethan to take me home. We entered to find Sophia Miller's pale face contorted in shock. How did you return alive? And Ethan? You shouldn't be here either. Ethan coldly shook off her grasping hands. Disappointed I survived? Sophia collapsed theatrically, clutching her stomach. I'm carrying your child. How can you treat me this way? Ignoring her, Ethan kicked Liam off his wheelchair. Your arranged bride wants you to care for her bastard. Too cowardly to admit you pimped your own wife to me. Liam? You're truly despicable. Liam's parents rushed in, their wrinkled faces alternating between fury and terror until they saw Ethan's muscular arms and collapsed in fear. Pathetic cowards. Ethan sneered, effortlessly hoisting Liam up and inserting a silver needle into his spine. My legs. What did you do? Ethan? This is illegal. Liam screamed as his legs went limp, truly paralyzed now. Reduced to crawling like a worm, Liam dragged himself to my feet. Vivi. Help me. I'm your husband. Make your brother fix this. I kicked him away in disgust. Liam. Weren't you already a cripple? What's this about my brother? You heartless bitch. He spat. Heartless? After you sabotaged the landmine to frame Ethan and hired killers to dismember me? I'm being merciful. Seeing their disadvantage, Liam's parents changed tactics. Vivi. You've misunderstood. This was all Sophia's doing. She seduced our son and blackmailed him with the pregnancy. Sophia immediately turned on them. I'm carrying the Johnson family heir. Want to die childless? The threat silenced the old couple, with Liam's manhood ruined. This bastard was their only hope. As the elders scrambled to protect the unborn child, I couldn't help laughing at Liam cowering in his wheelchair. What's so funny? He demanded. If you weren't barren, I wouldn't have needed Sophia. I just wanted a child. What's wrong with that? Even now, Liam showed no remorse, his eyes devoid of any apology. When the Johnson family-in-laws heard this, they instantly straightened their spines and resorted to their usual tactic of attacking Vivi's infertility. Vivi. You should speak up for Liam. Don't tell me you actually want a divorce. Mrs. Johnson sneered. Who else would want a used goods like you who can't bear children? Only our precious Liam would keep you around. Mr. Johnson chimed in with false benevolence. We'll let you raise our grandchild once it's born. Isn't that enough to secure your retirement? Their alternating threats and empty promises were accompanied by saccharine smiles, clearly expecting Vivi to cave. Vivi coldly smirked and unfolded the stamped divorce certificate. Our marriage has been legally dissolved. What makes you think I'd wade into your swamp again? Liam's eyes widened, but he quickly regained composure. We never went to the courthouse. Where'd you get that fake paper? I'll never agree to divorce unless you make your brother cure me. Vivi's laughter deepened as she regarded this pathetic man. I've submitted all evidence of your bigamy and marriage fraud. Feel free to test this document's validity in court. As Liam's face collapsed, Mrs. Johnson lunged for the certificate. Ethan swiftly shielded Vivi, sending the old woman crashing into her son with a single kick. Brushing off imaginary dust, Vivi taunted, the records are already in the system. Did you really think destroying paper would help? How delightfully stupid. Also, your golden boy faces years in prison for bigamy. You'll be vomiting up every penny we ever shared too. The Johnson clan completely unraveled, howling curses through snotty tears. You barren bitch. Women who can't continue family lines should have been drowned like rats in the old days. Vivi viciously kicked Liam's groin. Why don't you ask your precious heir why I lost my child? Why I can never be a mother? Her bottled-up rage erupted. You killed my family and still tormented me. Was my years of care worth less than dirt? Even bedridden, I had to watch you screw Sophia. Sometimes I wanted to carve out your rotten hearts. Her tirade left Liam convulsing unconscious. Sophia tried sneaking away, but Vivi seized her wrist. The Johnsons crawled to protect her pregnancy, begging pathetically, trailing fingers over Sophia's swollen belly. Vivi mocked, I'm genuinely curious, do you even know which man's bastard this is? Mr. Johnson's face purpled while Sophia turned corpse pale. Mrs. Johnson screeched denials until Vivi ripped down Sophia's collar, exposing love bites. Hasn't the cornfield gossip reached your ears? Didn't you hear your precious daughter-in-law's the starring slut? Sophia scrambled to cover herself before lunging at Vivi. Ethan intercepted, flinging her aside like trash. Ethan. They forced me. Sophia tearfully clung to Ethan, just as Vivi summoned Aunt Lou from next door, the town's biggest gossip. Oh Vivi. Your sister-in-law's something else. Aunt Lou crowed. Pregnant and still rolling in cornfields. Little Tommy saw everything last night, said her lingerie was hanging off some man's shoulder. Mrs. Johnson's dentures nearly cracked from clenched fury. Mr. Johnson charged at Aunt Lou, and the two elderly figures tumbled into a wrestling match worthy of reality TV. You shameless hussy. Still seducing others even while pregnant. Tell me whose bastard that is in your belly. Mrs. Johnson yelled, yanking Sophia's hair while carelessly stepping over her own son. Liam. Sophia wasn't one to back down either when her hands got pinned. She bit down hard on her mother-in-law's arm until tearing off a chunk of flesh. What gives your family any right to judge? You ruined the White family after they helped you. I'm just delivering cosmic justice. And let me remind you, there was still hope for Vivi's baby back then. Your son deliberately delayed until that child suffocated in the womb. At this final accusation, Mrs. Johnson completely lost it. Mr. Johnson came charging in like a rabid dog, and both of them savagely beat the pregnant Sophia. Though fierce, Sophia eventually weakened from the assault, reduced to pitiful begging through the pain. Ethan and I sat watching this animalistic brawl with cold detachment. The madness only stopped when blood started pooling beneath Sophia. The Johnsons paused, panting with belated fear, only for Sophia to grab a shard of glass and stab the unprepared Mr. Johnson in the neck. Chaos erupted as the glass shard changed hands multiple times amidst the dust cloud. Sophia's faint wails of "Save me! Save my baby!" pierced through the mayhem. When the dust settled, Four bloodied bodies lay on the ground. Ethan and I exchanged smiles before pretending panic to summon the neighbors. With Aunt Lou's help, they rushed the Johnsons, Sophia, and Liam to the county hospital. Though the long bumpy ride proved fatal, Mr. Johnson died en route, muttering about Sophia's scandals with unclosed eyes. Mrs. Johnson survived brain surgery but was left paralyzed from a stroke. Sophia miscarried and suffered permanent organ damage requiring external waste management. Ironically, Liam escaped with just paralysis from the waist down. When he woke to scornful stares and police charges, the self-righteous hypocrite raged, "This was all your scheme. You white siblings are monsters. You'll rot in prison with me," he screamed, trying in vain to strike me. Ethan and I coldly retorted, "Your medical records clearly show paralysis from the accident. Stop slandering my brother." Playing the victim, I tearfully ushered eavesdropping neighbors into the room. Behind their backs, I smirked at Liam, "Someone help reason with him. I don't understand his hatred." As we left, Liam's howls mixed with neighbors' judgmental whispers, "Karma's punishing Johnson for his sins." After settling with the police, we sold the ancestral home, leaving our painful past behind. I entered college while Ethan ran a food cart nearby. Though exhausting, our new life felt fulfilling. When I finally bought Ethan hearing aids with scholarship money, we both cried. "Still a crybaby?" Ethan teased while wiping my tears. "I regret leaving you alone with those wolves. But you found Liam's bigamy evidence so effortlessly. I thought it'd be harder." The Johnsons were widely hated. Offering small rewards got swarms of witnesses, I boasted. Though learning their dialect was tough. "My brilliant sister deserves credit. But why fake your death? You terrified me." Because the landmine detonated early, I was already on guard and jumped off the cliff, losing consciousness. Later when I tried to return, I found myself declared dead. I decided to use this opportunity to secretly gather evidence of Liam Johnson's crimes. I originally planned to bring the police to arrest Liam that day, but unexpectedly encountered those black brick factory thugs kidnapping you. I instantly regretted everything. My brother Ethan White patted his chest in lingering fear. "Thank God you're safe. I wouldn't have known how to face our parents otherwise." Under the starry night sky, Ethan and I exchanged glances before breaking into foolish grins. The nightmare had finally ended, and we still had each other. After graduation, I stayed to teach at the university while Ethan's career flourished. The next news we heard from our hometown reported the gruesome deaths of Liam Johnson and Sophia Miller. According to Aunt Lou, they'd been tormenting each other for months, creating daily chaos. It ended when Sophia tried to decapitate Liam in his sleep but missed, only to have him retaliate by severing her neck. The paralyzed Johnson family members subsequently froze to death. Their bodies left until maggots infested the house before being removed. I listened to the news without emotional reaction, simply acknowledging it before shutting off my phone. Walking into my classroom in comfortable shoes, I smiled at the bright young faces before me. My beautiful life was just beginning.